Open Macedo. This one is her second season. Last season, Juan Zabaleta played her for the first time. She's one of the best mares here. I think they bought it in an auction in Argentina. She's very complete. She's very easy. She checks very well, and very good speed. She has everything. Good size, very comfortable for hitting the ball. So this one is amazing. She has everything. This one is the boss, Machitos Curtida in Argentina. They bought it from an auction also. This one is from Mariano Aguerre's breeding, Los Machitos. This one is her first season playing tournaments. She keep on improving, you know. Day by day, this mare gets better. She's learning how to play. Very important horse, a lot of power, very comfortable, and a mare for the high goal. This one is Venezuela, from Ghantoot breeding. This one is her second season, and it's a mare similar like the boss, a lot of power, a little bit bigger. She's very good running with the ball and the power and how she checks and turns. Usually I play her in the last checker because she's very fast. This one is Mise from Ghantoot breeding, but we call him Messi. He's one of the best horses here in Ghantoot. Also his second season, last year played with the 18 goal with Juan Zabaleta. He's more similar like Macedo. He has everything, good size, very comfortable for the ball, very easy, has some good speed, very complete. This one is the one I feel more comfortable. I always start with this gelding in the first checker because he gave me confidence, and I'm always on the place I have to be.
Ball in, comes away with there, Yabuni gets away, gets the break on this one here. Yabuni on the move, he straightens this one up with arrows coming back hard. There it is, Yabuni straightens this one up under the neck. It looks like a lovely shot by Yabuni puts it away straight off the front of the line out there. He's got to be happy with that one.
Using his great skills there. Looks great, a shot at towards the goal, centre towards the goal, it's gone a little bit wide. Iriarty's just trying to get onto this one here and cut this one back towards the goal, and cuts towards the goal, and through the goal it is by Tommy Iriarty.
Going to be Valent coming forward here, but there's a palm now. Valent, you know, he's got Sonatas in front of him. Iriarty's coming along in behind. Tickles that one forward, keeps control, goes with the next shot, under the neck he goes with that one there, in the ride off, and through the goal it is.
Iriarty just turns back to the side once again. Iriarty has the play here now. Sonatas, he hears the call from him there and sends his ball up to the field. The man looking for that one there, it's going to be Betty, but Sonatas gets hold of this one, quick as a flash. He's up on the move here now, looking to put goal number 2 on the board. He just doesn't even have to follow that one in. It's already going and gone through the goal. It is Santiago Sonatas, goal number 3. Sonatas checks up, comes to the top, tries to come back round up on this one, and does so. Goes deeper down towards that back line, comes under the neck with this one here, under the neck, and just puts it away through the pylons. It is there for
Habtoor trying to get that one up there for Abdullah. Abdullah tries to pitch the ball up, couldn't quite get the three shot on it, but it's going to be Hadi Bangash to send it wide. Coming away with it this time once more is going to be Tuki Rizginazu. Tuki, he's out in front, he's got space, he's got nobody to beat. He's going to get closed down, but no, he looks like he's got the legs. They're not going able to catch him, slowly inching closer towards him. Strains it up here in towards goal. Tuki Rizginazu. Tuki, can he get onto this one here? Pony kicks it, bounces, bobbles, and through the goal it goes, and there's a beautiful goal there by Tuki Rizginazu, cleaning up the bottom end. Comes in, picks the play, then he's just kept off at it. Wignoli goes with the driving shot in towards the goal, a very cute angle indeed, puts it away through the air. A beautiful goal by the young man. Play here now, goes to driving shot, sends this one up the middle of the field, trying to get this one up, people with this mile, and through the goal it is, a goal from distance at speed, on the board, 60-yard line, a massive goal there. The other way, gets up fast, comes on, very clever stick work there, comes with the reverse neck shot in towards the goal it is. Oh, Fede Von Bedolski puts it away on that reverse neck shot, just stealing it away. Bengulier trying to take it forward, has to make a little sneaky tail backhand, try and get this one in. Tuki has to come in and take that one off. It was an interesting play with the momentum of the ball, still carrying it forward on the backhand as Tuki now this time opens the pony up, going at pace up the field here this time now. Abdullah bin Ismail chasing hard. Tuki looking to put one on the board here now, looking to go coast to coast, but he's gone a little bit deep. Can he drag this one under the neck and through the goal? Can he put it? Yes, it's through the goal. Coast to coast there for Tuki Rizginazu. backhand by Faku. Good strong play, well read by his teammate there in the form Podolski. Podolski's on the loose here now. Fetty keeps it short, keeps it tidy, looking to straighten it up and tap this one all the way home. Another beautiful goal there by Fetty von Podolski. Dog on a sausage and he's off and he's gone. Here's Fetty, looks over his shoulder, a little bit wide on this one here. Goes with a big cut out.
About the last game, difficult in the head basically, because in our head is a game that winning give us a chance to go to penalty shootout. So it was tough mentally too. That's why we started very strong. And I mean, at the end, we relaxed it a little bit too much and they came very close. I mean, Desert Palm is always a good team, very well mounted, very well organized. And I think we relaxed it a little bit too much. But in our head, it was difficult today, difficult day.
Keeps it going up the field here now. Fetty, coast to coast, end to end. Fetty von Podolski. Goal number 4 on the board there for Morabangash. By Guerrero towards the midfield, but he's picked up well there by Tuki Riz Guinnessoo. Tuki Riz Guinnessoo puts it up there for Faku. He's got a cut shot to try and get this one in. Goes with a little chip shot and a lovely, well calculated shot there by Faku Kelly. Goes the driving shot, drills a beautiful ball from the halfway. It's got the legs to go all the way and through the goal it goes from the halfway line. Maxi up on that near side, looking to put this one in towards the goal, puts it in towards the goal and through the goal it is. Straightens it up here in towards goal. Tuki Riz Guinnessoo. Tuki, can he get onto this one here? Pony kicks it, bounces, bobbles, and through the goal it goes. And there's a beautiful goal there in front of him. Flicks it towards underneath Petty, keeps the ball moving forward, comes the other way. Petty looks on the near side, trying to stop this play, but and eventually that ball.
We had a good game today. Luckily we won. We scored some nice goals. We play well as a team, and it's a good thing. I scored the penalties. It's important always on all the games. So trying to practice, to keep on practicing, and it's very important. So that's a good thing. I'm glad about that. We are in the final, so we have a next game before the final that we have to win and prepare for the final. The horses and ourselves to be in the best shape for Friday.
Puts it away through the air. A beautiful goal by the young man.
We have some very good moments. We are improving game by game. We have to keep on improving a little bit. We have a couple of minutes that we're not very focused, but we are knowing ourselves. It's our first tournament together, so we are getting better.
Does, but the ball carries forward and through it goes. It just gets finished off there by Begolia. Another goal on the board there. Number 6 on the board there for Ghantoot. Tarek goes with a big driving shot in towards the goal. It's looking very good indeed. It just gets flicked away there by Tuki Riz Guinnessoo for goal number 4 on the board.
trying to hook Freddie off out of that play once again. And it's now Costas comes on the play. These white shirts and Ghantoot are all over it here this afternoon. And it is going to be stick and ball home here now for Bindismal. Bindismal pedalling forward, but he couldn't quite pick that one up clearly. Costas coming forward up onto the play. No, sorry, Bengalir flicks that one inside, flicks it one way, flicks it the other way, and flicks it through the goal as he likes. It's a dozen on the board, 12 goals. Cookie looking to put one on the board here now, looking to go coast to coast, but he's gone a little bit deep. Can he drag this one under the neck and through the goal? Can he put it? Can he put it? No, he just went. Yes, it's through the goals, coast to coast there for Cookie is going to do.
I think it was a tough game. I think for both sides. I think AM and Habtoor team played very well because they've been winning 2 games. I think this game was very decisive. Who would win have a chances maybe to make it to the final. It depends on the other result. So it was like a junction. Who's going to win probably might have a chance to make it to the final. It was a tough match. That's why you saw 8-8 and the extra checker. I think Habtoor and AM team played very well. And at the end of the day, there's one winner. So I congratulate the team for the effort. I mean, if you see our game against Ghantoot, we lost by half goal. Our first game, which the team started to play, second game we played better. I think the team now has a rhythm to play. But we'll see at our results.
Habtoor, Instone chasing him hard, but it's Habtoor gets a good driving shot. Instone looking for a little bit more there, just over 6-yard line, keeps a nice controlled shot in towards goal by Habtoor, and through the goal it is, opening up the account for him, Habtoor.
We just play against Desert Palm. Well, luckily we won. We're gonna play the third match next match. So getting ready with tough match to play today, and luckily we won and we play a good match.
Send it up. Pero couldn't quite stop that one, and through the goal it is. 3.5 goals now. Jets up on the play a little bit, comes up onto the play this time. Come up onto it, gets back to Pacha. And Habtoor, Pacha gets a shot off towards the goal, and it just ricochets off the post and tickles its way through. there. He comes in with the brakes and just settles down onto the play once more. Up he goes again, drops the hammer, and he's on the move once more. It's Sonatas. It's Sonatas all over the place, and he goes with the driving shot in towards the goal, and through the goal. He's on fire out here this afternoon.
Well, it was a really tough game. I mean, we've been down in the first chaka 3 goals and a half. They were leading. So we start to catch them up, and we were ahead the last checker, and then suddenly they scored the goal. The half goal made kind of a difference for us, but thanks God we scored the winning goal last minute.
I feel there was a little bit of stress because I changed all my horses. Half of my horses were different, so I got used to it at like the second or third checka. It was good though. Great team. Santi played very well. Ari played very well with her man, and Tommy as well.
This marathon, it looks like we're going goal bound on this one here, pushing it wide up on the side. Sonatas slowing that one.
Since they have half goal advantage because of the goal difference, handicap difference, they were just like half a goal behind us the whole match. It was intense. It was very intense.
Luckily we could win. It was a really tough game. We had half a goal and Fede scored in the last second for winning of 1.5. Abu Dhabi played amazing. It was a really tough game. Hugo and Martin, they know each other. But luckily we are playing with Fede some tournaments before, so we know each other.
was a tough game, but luckily we won and nothing. We continue on Monday and we will see.
So quick as a flash, comes that round play in now, and clears it away. Not he's quick and he's running, he's up over the halfway line, he's got a minute left to go here. Very Lewandowski goes, driving up. Quite like he's got space, he's got time, he's the other shoulder. Hugo's coming back at him hard, but it's going to be ready, keeps his head down, looks at this play here, and taps it, puts it away, through the goal. we'll just wing it and make it happen. And then finals of the Emirates International Championship. The final being between Ghantoot and AM Habtoor. We have the marching band of the Abu Dhabi Police here, and shortly we will be standing for the national anthem. But in the meantime, we've just got a few minutes here, possibly, or a few seconds anyway. Downstairs, Ghantoot, of course. Abdullah bin Samal at number 1. Mateo Bengalia at number 2. At number 3 will be Esteban Costas. And at number 3, Manuel Tokelino. For AM Habtoor, Her Highness Sheikh Alia Al Maktoum. At number 2 will be Habtoor Al Habtoor. At 3 will be Santiago Sonares. And of course, at the back door is going to be Tommy Iriarty. Team's just warming up out here at the moment. Been some very good matches and great polo being played to get us up to this level here, 12-goal polo. Half a goal handicap start, of course, to AM Habtoor, the 11-goal team against the 12-goal team of Ghantoot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're shortly getting this, the main final of the Emirates International Championship underway. Of course, our sponsored cars being from Maserati. The two teams lining up here, Ghantoot from our left, from the Abu Dhabi end, and the Habtoor AM Polo team coming from the Dubai end of the field, here on the Sheikh Zayed field. Of course, here at Ghantoot, our governing partner being the Abu Dhabi Sports Council. I'm very proud to have our sponsors here that we have, the Yas International Properties, Yas International Holdings, the Capital Investments. Of course, as you see, the official car sponsor being Maserati, Premier Motors, La Roche Pharmacy, Noah Wassel Clinic, Abu Dhabi Volunteers Pride. Thank you very much indeed for your kind support here at Ghantoot. Abu Dhabi Volunteers Pride as well. General Headquarters Armed Forces, the Sharjah Police Music Band, the Abu Dhabi Media, Dubai TV, Binham Travel Group, also giving lots of prizes here this afternoon in the raffle later on. So two teams coming towards us here now in the blue shirts of AM Habtoor, combined team of Sheikh Alia and Habtoor against the home team, the might of Ghantoot. Our umpires who are going to be out on the field are going to be JJ Alberti and Rafa Silva, with the third man being Neil McLean. So playing at number 1 for Ghantoot is going to be Abdullah bin Ismail. At number 2 is going to be Matteo Bangalia. At number 3 will be Esteban Costas. And at the back door, playing a very solid, safe tournament indeed, consistent as ever, Manuel Tocolino. That is Ghantoot in the white shirts with the blue shoulders and arms. And playing in the blue shirts for AM Habtoor. Actually, slight change of teams there, but Alia's playing at number 2, but playing at number 1 is going to be Habtoor. Playing at number 2 will be, just coming forward herself, is Her Highness. Sheikh Alia, number 2. And number 3 in the red helmet is going to be Santiago Senadas. And at the back door, of course, it is the one and only Tommy Iriarty. In the grey helmet, they'll be looking for a good match here this afternoon. They played each other the other day, but Ghantoot were already through. And so, let's see how we get on today. So two teams just out there, so saying good luck and the best of it all to everybody, of course. As the two Maseratis are about to leave the field of play here now. And get this, the final underway. Tommy just quickly warming up in the background there. Normally takes a bit of time to get back onto the field. So two teams will come forward and line up in front here, and they will invite down Sheikh Sultan bin Falah bin Saeed Al Nahyan to bowl the ball in. Accompanied with him, the Secretary General Authority of Sports, His Excellency Saeed Abdul Ghaffar Hussain. The Vice Chairman of Ghantoot Racing Polo Club will be His Excellency Saeed bin Hufan Al Mansouri. And the Executive Director of Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club, His Highness Zaid Khalifa Al-Aboudi Al-Zabadi. So hopefully they'll be coming forward here in one moment, and then we can get this final underway. So just the ball gets balled in play for the ceremonial start. Now the two teams will line up here now on the umpires over on the far side of the field. Or maybe they'll do it from this side. Let's see how they're going to start off. I think it looks like Rafa Silva will be getting things underway. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to the finals of the Emirates Championship International between AM Habtoor and Ghantoot. Two teams lining up here on umpire Rafa Silva. In the blue shirts for AM Habtoor. Playing at number 1 is Habtoor. Number 2 is Haina Sheikh Alia. Number 3 is Santiago Sanadas, and the back door is Tommy Iriarty. And the home team, the Ghantoot team in the white, coming off from the back of the line, it is going to be Tocolino. Tocolino gets the break on this one here. Iriarty in hot pursuit, looking to get the hook on him in here. Iriarty can't quite get the hook, but Tocolino's away on an absolute little flyer, and it's through the goal it is. Opening up the account here now for Ghantoot. 1 goal it is to Ghantoot. Less than 30 seconds played, and already a goal on the board, and half a goal on handicap, which we'll come back to in a moment. Because the two teams are not quite level in teams, the accumulated handicap of each individual player then is added together to create 11 and 12 goals. So 11 goals for Habtoor, so they get half a goal start. It's a bit of a maths job on there. It's 6 divided by 4, or the number of chuckers rather. So the ball gets bowled back into play once again. Into play it is by Rafa Silva, back line out this time. Sanadas tries to get hold of it, but he gets his pocket pick there by Tocolino. Tocolino opens it up here this time, putting it out here now for Costas. Costas up on the play. Costas dribbles this one up forward, just avoiding there from Sanadas. Looking to put the pressure on, hoping to leave that ball behind, but it looks like Iriarty is going to come in here now and pick it up. Iriarty turns it towards the middle of the field here now. Tommy Iriarty. Tommy couldn't quite pick that one up there. The ball just bouncing, popping and eluding him on that one there. It leaves it now for Costas. Costas makes a casual turn around the corner here. Realises he has Bindasmal at the front door. He sends a driving shot. Cut out of the play there by Habtoor. Takes it around the field here now. Just Habtoor cuts it away, tries to do so, leaves it for Tommy. Possibly got called off that play. Tommy Iriarty gets his pocket pick nearly there, but manages to get back onto this one in front with Bindasmal in front, but I think we'll get a whistle. And we do. The rules of Polo are quite simple. Oh no, we didn't get a whistle. Advantage was being called play, so they played on with that play there. And it is going to be Sanadas. Sanadas drives this ball up over the halfway line, trying to get this one up for Habtoor. Picks it up nicely on his near side. Bindasmal coming back to put the pressure on him here. And he does so. Costas picks it up here now. Alia comes in to put the pressure. Does so. Ball is left. Iriarty picks it up for AM. Goes with the driving shot from distance in towards the goal and puts it through. Thank you very much indeed. He says, I'll take that if you please. So through the goal it is for Tommy Iriarty. Those watching on Polocam can see the pressure being put on. Tommy looks up towards the goal, and he must be some 80 yards out from the goal, and says thank you very much indeed. Goal number 1 on the board there for AM Habtoor. 1.5 goals is that AM Habtoor. 1 goal to Ghantoot. Two teams changing ends as we always do in Polo after each goal is scored. Ball bowled into play. Back to line out looking for this one is Bengulia, but it's picked up by Iriarty once more. Iriarty's play being spoiled by Costas, gets back onto us. A pass came from Sanadas, pushes it up now for Habtoor. Habtoor comes in on that near side. A swinging hook comes in there by Bengulia, can't quite get hold of him there. Habtoor looking for to straighten this one up, goes with the back shot across the face of goal, and it didn't quite find it. It was literally right on his own right on the back line for Habtoor, and it just goes wide. Nice try, good shot, good attempt. So the ball will be brought back into play here now by Manu Tocolino. Tocolino just takes it underneath the neck here. He's got his 2 young bloods sitting out there in front of him in the form of Bengulia and Costas. Ridden off out of it and taking the ball here now is going to be Sanadas. Sanadas up on the play. Santiago Sanadas. Sanadas on the boards. In behind comes Iriarty to give him a little bit of space if he needs it. Yes, he does. Gets his space. Turns back inside once again. These cracking little ponies that Sanadas is on are from Alia's sister, Sheikh Musa. Thank you very much indeed, I'm sure he's saying. So some cracking little ponies out there. Goes for the shot and unfortunately just goes wide. So once more, the pressure on this goal of Ghantoot, and it is going to be Manu Tocolino to bring the ball back into play. Manu taps the ball forward here now. Manu comes underneath the pony's neck here to put this one up for Bindasmal. Bindasmal yields off and leaves it behind, but coming back onto it now is Bindasmal, but it's a little bit of discombobulation as Tocolino comes in to clean it up once again. Little bit of confusion, working hard. First chucker tenseness in this grand final here now, and it is going to be Sanadas comes away with the play. deep down the boards, goes with a big neck shot, looking to send this one up towards the goal, but once more it goes wide. They're peppering this goal, the pressure is on from Habtoor, but not quite able to convert on these last 3 occasions it is. So the score remains the same, 1.5 goals is to Habtoor, 1 goal to Ghantoot. The two teams leave the field of play here now quickly to change ponies. As we're halfway through, we're going to have 3 changes going on. And of course, I'd just like to mention our sponsors once more. The governing partner, of course, being the Abu Dhabi Sports Council. Our main sponsor, I would say, is the Yas International Group, International Properties, International Holding, International Investments, Yas Capital Investments, and Yas International Developments. Our official car sponsor you saw earlier was Maserati from Premier Motors. Our other sponsors being La Roche Pharmacy, Noor Al Wasl Clinic, Abu Dhabi Volunteers Pride, and GHQ Armed Forces, Sharjah Police, Music Band, the Abu Dhabi Media, Abu Dhabi TV, Bin Hamdan Travel Group, and of course, the artist here this afternoon is Tarash Alishimi. Must remind everybody, if you go and buy some merchandising from down in the Polo fan zone, you could accumulate every 100 dirhams you spend, you get a chance to win the raffle prizes later on, the prize presentation. There are 2 tickets, 5 times, there are 5 tickets time for 2 people from Bin Ham Travel, 3 iPads, and there'll also be 3 winners. Sorry, there are 2 travel tickets, 5 iPads, and 3 winners of 2,000 dirhams a pop. So it's well worth going down, spend a bit of cash, get some of this wonderful merchandising that we do have here at Ghantoot, and gives you all a chance to win. So once again, at our prize giving, we also have our best dressed and our thanks to our sponsors. Without these sponsors, of course, it would be very difficult to hold such tournaments. I'm very grateful for their support. So the ball brought back into play here by Manu Tocolino. Tocolino brings it in underneath the neck here this time. Sends it up for Costas. Costas up on the play. Over the shoulder, drives this, wanting to let the ball do the work. Sends it out there for Bengalir. He just chips it inside. Going back with him is Habtoor. Habtoor comes up onto the other side, onto his near side. Picks his pocket beautifully out there. Young Habtoor. Amateur player against professional. Played very well indeed. Goes to the open backhand. Nice backhand indeed. On Miranda sends his ball up, but first back onto it. It's going to be Bengalir once more. It's going to be Iriarty, comes up onto that one there underneath the neck. He sends that one forward, but it's going to be Bengalir. Oh, and he tries to come back, makes a bit of a kerfuffle of that one there. The ball comes forward, and I think we're going to get a whistle on that play. Bengalir, unfortunately, just got himself a little bit unsighted on that play, looking for that ball, and in the meantime, infringed the right of way. And on the replay, you can see he lost sight of it, tries to come back round. It had impeded him, so therefore, the penalty will go up. And we move further up the field, as we all know in polo. The fouled team need to be put into a position that they would have been if they had not been fouled. And this ball has been moved all the way to the 30-yard line because Habtoor was the last man through. All he had to beat was Bengalir, but Bengalir made the foul on him or impeded his right of way to come up onto the ball to make the play. So we have a 30-yard penalty. A 30-yard penalty, a penalty 2 from the spot directly in front of goal is undefendable. Santiago Sonadas coming round here now. Santi settles the little pony down here, goes to the driving shot, gets underneath that one, beautifully flags it off. It tells a story. It's 2.5 goals it is there in polo. 1 goal to Ghantoot. The rules of polo basically are set up for safety of player, horse and player. There's a line of the ball, there's a right to way out the side. You may enter provided you do so safely. It's all about safety. The distance and speed is of great importance, provided you come in safe. So the 2 teams line up here now on Rafa. Rafa sends this one up here forward. Rafa's after the ball and comes away with this one here. Does Costas going back with his Sonadas. It's got a lot of wood on it. Sonadas is just pushing him wide so he can't get to the ball and allows that ball to go out of play and out over the back line. So Sonadas will keep possession of the play and bring the ball back in once more. Well, the umpires have said, oh, hang on a minute, boys, just settle down. Not so quick. Let's just take a break. Hadn't called play, so we'll start off again with another hit in. Play has been called, and now Sonadas can come round. Not wanting to waste any time, Santiago Sonadas. You see Tommy out there to his left-hand side. Now he darts towards us here on the grandstand side of the Sheikh Saeed field. Tommy comes back to give him support. Sonadas brings the ball forward, brings it forward once more. Goes under the neck here this time, launches a monster shot at the field as he has seen that Habtoor is out there on his own. Unfortunately, the ball just got stuck in its path and bounced and popped and couldn't quite pick it up, but it's now here going to be Bengalir to pick this play up here now. Habtoor with him. Habtoor there with Bengalir. He's got Tocolino out in front. Sonadas is sitting deep as well. Keeps that ball away there from Habtoor. Sends a lovely driving shot up the front door here. But the first back onto this one looks like it's going to be Sonadas. Sonadas goes with the tail backhand. First round, well read. Iriarty playing well together, these two do. And it is going to be Iriarty. Tocolino looking to put the pressure on him. Just flicks that one away from him there. Does Iriarty. Iriarty says, less of that messing around with that ball. Goes with under the neck here this time. Takes it up forward. Didn't quite get as much on as you quite like to have done so. But first onto this one is going to be Costas. Beats this on the way through. Costas on the meet. Sends the ball forward and through the goal it is. 2 goals it is now to Ghantoot. But it's still 2.5 up there for Habtoor. So 2 teams back to the middle of the field once more it is. Still in the first chukker, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Hooters gone. So that there will end chukker number 1. A little bit tense, a little bit scrappy that chukker. Let's see if we open up here in the second half. In the second chukker. And for those watching Polo Cam, we will now go forward to hear a few messages from our sponsors. Back on the field to play, and Rafa bowls that ball in. Sandy gets it. Tocolino spoils his play, hooks him off out of it. Iriarty comes in with the next shots, looking to set up Habtoor. Habtoor comes in up onto the near side there. Couldn't quite pick that one up clearly. Costas waiting patiently. Drives this one out towards the far side of the field. Ball nesting on the boards there. Couldn't pick it up. Sent up this time by Bengalir. Bengalir sends this one up forward. Tocolino up on the front door there. Takes on the near side, back onto a stick side, brings it forward. Iriarty going with him. Goes with the big neck shot in towards the goal it is. And the flags aloft and through it is. Goal number 3 on the board there for Ghantoot. 3 goals it is to Ghantoot, 2.5 it is to Habtoor. You see on the replay, those watching on Polo Cam, he managed to pick this play up here to Tocolino and put it through underneath the neck. Beautiful goal there for Ghantoot. So the ball back into play, changing ends of course as they do for evenness of field, daylight and sunlight and everything else as the game used to be played originally in India, the modern game as it is today. So the ball sent up there time by Costas, but looking over his shoulder all the time. You see this great man to watch is this Sonatas, because Sonatas, he's always looking over his shoulder, see where the other players are. Great peripheral view. It gives him space and time, as you see here. Just brings it forward. Oh, and he just can't quite get onto that one there. He left it behind, came off the pony, and it looks like Costas is just going to tap this one all the way home. Picked his pocket for goal number 4 on the board there for Ghantoot. 4 goals it is to Ghantoot. 2.5 it is to AM Habtoor. No, he won't be happy with that one as he was looking around. Unfortunately, the ball came off the back of the pony's foot and it sort of bounced backwards and couldn't quite get back into that one in time. And Costas was there, just lurking, looking to pounce on it, and pounce on it he did. So the ball back into play. Tocolino looks to go to the next shot. Pony just sucked out him a little bit. Couldn't quite get onto that one cleanly. Costas looks to come up onto this play here with Iriarty in pursuit. Costas comes in, goes with the cut shot in towards the goal, comes off the pony. It's now picked up by Bengalia. Bengalia gets ridden off out of it there by Sonatas. Sonatas comes in, sends the open backhand out in towards the middle of the field. It's going to be Tocolino up onto this one first. Goes with the acute tail backhand. Gets half stopped, but this time it's stopped there by Sonatas, picking up the play here once more. Sonatas sends it forward, gets double banged by a couple of players on that there, and it decides there will be no advantage from an impeachment further on, and we will have a penalty in favour of AM Habtoor. Although there's no actual sandwich as such, whereby the players came together, it's called a sandwich in polo if there's a horse from either side. If you had 2 white horses and a blue player horse, it gets sandwiched together, as in literally making contact, then this is called a foul because it is potentially dangerous, especially if done at speed. There, I think that was more an encroachment into Santi's right of way to come forward onto the play. And in any way, it has resulted in a penalty 5B from the halfway line in favour of AM Habtoor for Santiago Sonatas. Sonatas. Nice, gentle driving shot. Sends this one just over the 40-yard line, a little bit wide. Alia comes in, makes a hook, spoils the play. And this time it's going to be Habtoor. Habtoor comes up, looking for the next shot, and drills that one away. A lovely combination play from the 2 patrons of this team. That, I say patrons, an interesting thing. We have 2 professionals in AM Habtoor, 2 patrons, 2 sponsors. Whereas in Ghantoot we have 1 amateur player and 3 professionals. Professionals, of course, are going to think and play mentally a little bit differently, but great pressure there by Sheikh Alia, spoiling the play, quickly onto it, playing like a professional there, you might almost say, was Habtoor to put that one away, beautifully under the neck, trying to pick up this one here now. Well, Bengalia couldn't quite do so. In comes Iriarty under pressure. He's got players on both sides of him. He's getting swarmed by Ghantoot as Iriarty, and it is always going to be Tocolino to come up with this play. Turns back inside. Tocolino goes driving shot, sends one out here, out into smoke and space for Costas. Slipping onto that one there, clean and safe was Sonatas. The ball had changed line, or Sonatas had thought so, but evidently the umpires deemed not, because you see there, you can't be standing parallel, parking yourself in the middle of the Sheikh Rashid or Sheikh Zayed road when a player's coming charging up the road. Simple as that. And therefore we will have a penalty in favour of Ghantoot, I'd say, but whilst the umpires make their decision of going away from goals towards the boards, not going to be moved forward, because the next play would have been a defensive play, although the team's a little bit optimistic, trying to influence the umpires. You see, just pushing that one up to the 60-yard line. But the umpires have decided, they probably chatted because they are microphoned up, and they propped it down on the field for penalty 5. A spot penalty. This will be in favour of Ghantoot. So again, whistle is blown. It's about halfway through the chukker, so teams quickly changing ponies. Normally change at the end of each chukker, maybe have 1 free change in the middle of the chukker, especially at this time of the year, the beginning of the season, where it's important to look after these horses because we have quite a long season ahead of us here in the United Arab Emirates. And a wonderful evening it is here too at Ghantoot Racing Polo Club. Some 300 hectares. 4 polo fields, 3 floodlit fields, and 2 stick and ball fields, of which 1 is floodlit. Have an extensive breeding program here for breeding of polo ponies. which some are playing out here this afternoon. So two teams making their way back out on the field here once more. Sonatas and Ariati just having a little bit of a chat, saying, "Go on, guys. There's two of us out here, three of them." So the ball's placed down for a spot penalty, and Manu Tocolino just teeing this ball up, looking for a little bit of raised grass that's not sitting in a divot. A divot is where the horse's foot hits the grass and makes a bit of an indentation, a divot. And as you see, as I was saying just before, we have a 30-yard gap between the defending players and the striker of the ball from its position for safety reasons. Each player will go and pick up their players they're supposed to be marking. As you see, Habtoor has a task of playing around with Bengulia today. Ariati to look after Tocolino in the set plays. Looks like he's going to go for the big one. Sends this one up the front door. Feeds that one forward up here now. Tries to get that one up, but it travels all the way and through all the way it goes, but unfortunately not through the goals. Out over the back line it is. So the score remains the same. 4 goals it is to Ghantoot. 3.5 goals to Habtoor. Santi not wasting any time. Brings his ball into play. Tocolino going to look to mark him. Santi's feeling confident. She pops and bounces a little bit like a rubber band. She wants to get going as this little Mary. Drives it up here this time for Ariati. Ariati tries to sweep this one off the boards. Couldn't quite get it. It was just nestling into the boards there a little bit. Coming up onto that near side player. Tocolino. It comes off the pony. It's going to be picked up here by Sonatas. Instead of trying to go through the man, he comes one way, comes the other way. The great stick and ball work there by Santiago. Santi sends this one forward. A beautiful scoop shot. Sends it up there in front of Ariati. Ariati says, "Thank you very much, my brother." Through the goal it goes. Nice goal there by Tommy Ariati. Well worked there by Sonatas. Just chipped that one over the top, placing it in front of goal. 4.5 goals it is to Habtoor. 4 goals to Ghantoot. They are having a nice little chat. Probably Sonatas saying, "See, Tommy, I know how to make you look good." And there we are, back to the middle of the field for Silva to bowl it ball in. Comes off his Sonatas. Sonatas comes away with it in hot pursuit there with his mallet in the air as Tocolino, but the ball's on the ground at that point in time, so there's no point it being in the air, and it's going to be Costas to pick it up here now. Coming up onto it once more is Costas. Flicks it inside Alia, flicks it inside Habtoor, comes off the pony but retains possession. Open shoulder, drives this one up the field, trying to get this one up for Tocolino. They're playing back, quite attacking play indeed. Ooh, and Sonatas couldn't pick that one up on the near side, allowing Tocolino to have it by the cherry, but he gets hooked off at it there by Ariati, but we get a whistle on the play. Might find that Ariati slipped in between the two players, infringing the right of way of the players coming behind. And we can see on Polycam here now, Tocolino came forward on the replay. Comes forward on it, comes up on the play, made the hook. Bengulia in behind. Or maybe Tommy was not 100% cleanly on the same side, him and his horse on the same side as the ball was being played. You may hook a player with your mallet, as you've seen here, and I've mentioned, by striking the other player's mallet whilst they're actually in the process of making a swing at the ball with the intention to hit it, of course. And you can block their mallet with your mallet, but you and your horse in its entirety must be on the same side as the ball is being played. On the stick side, all players playing right-handed. The near side being the left side, of course. I think what might have happened there is Tommy was not quite, his horse was not quite completely on the right-hand side. So we have a penalty to a 30-yard penalty in favour of Ghantoot, looking to get themselves back out into the lead again. Manu Tocolino comes up, drives it, it's undefended, through the goal it is. The flag's aloft. 2 minutes left to play here in Chukka number 2, and the score is 5 goals to Ghantoot, 4.5 to Habtoor. So the two teams will come back towards the middle of the field once again to change ends. And the ball to be bowled in by Rafa Silva. Clock saying 1:45, so that's 1:15. Before the first hooter goes, we play 7 minutes of a chukker and 30 seconds of dead time. So there it is. Tocolino looks to come away with this one here. Takes it forward, tries to play the backhand, managed to scoop this one forward, but gives it there to Sonatas. Tommy was looking for something, but in the meantime, the play goes on. It's going to be Bengulia. And we get a whistle on the play. Was it a late whistle? Are we going to get a technical? Is he just being a little bit chirpy out there? Yes, we do. Tommy Ariati gets the yellow card. Gets a little bit chirpy out there on the field. A little bit of a back chat, was looking for something. Umpires taking a 0 tolerance. And we have a penalty in favour of Ghantoot. And this now will go to the halfway line. So the law has been laid down by the umpires. And we have a penalty 5B in favour of Ghantoot, being teed up on the halfway line by Manu Tocolino. Abdullah bin Ismail coming back in for possibly a little bit of advice. Where do you want me to go? Bengalia. And Costa spreading themselves out through the field, giving a target, something for Tocolino to go for. He goes with the driving shot, gets cut out of the play there by Iriarty. It was along the ground, would have preferred. Oh, and Iriarty just leaves that one behind. Tocolino looking for something. Oh, hello. Tocolino looking for something, but there's far too much room and gap between there. There's no danger at all, but he crashes straight into him. That's a more dangerous play, unnecessarily, possibly a little bit, or not quite sure, or not quite in control, but we'll leave that to him to discuss later. And the umpires have decided that they're going to move this one up for a penalty 4. Or at least a penalty 4, let's see if they go, which is a 60-yard penalty rather than just taking it to the halfway line. Tommy had already turned, was stationary and got crashed into by Tocolino on that occasion there. Might have had a bit of red mist or whatever it might be, they say. So the ball's going to be teed up here for a penalty 4, a 60-yard penalty in favour of Habtoor to get themselves back out into the lead once more. Remember, we do have had a little bit of stiff breeze. It has eased a little bit here now. With Santiago Sonares. Seven-goal player comes round the corner here now. Goes the driving shot, goes cleanly, beautifully underneath that one and straight through. So it makes all the difference here. A good penalty taker. It can be one mistake, one goal. And that's exactly what you see there. One mistake, one goal. Santiago Sonares taking them back out of the lead again. 5.5 goals it is to Habtoor. 5 goals to Ghantoot. So two teams once again lining up, changing ends with Habtoor heading towards Abu Dhabi. Ghantoot towards Dubai, and it's going to be Costas comes off with this one here. Habtoor going with him, checks up on the play. In comes Iriarty to get the hooking play on him. This time he managed to scoop it forward and avoid the hook there from Iriarty. But it's going to be Bengalia sent it up here forward, up, but for the man who's forward, it just takes it out of the way there. Just Tocolino away from Sonares, dribbles this ball forward. Pretty similar play to what we had earlier on. And the driving shot comes in and he makes sure of that one and through the goal. And is not wasting any time there. Just Tocolino getting themselves back out in the lead here. It's what you can do, I can do too. Thank you very much indeed. And through the goal it goes. 5.5 goals, Habtoor. 6 goals to Ghantoot. And that there will end Chukka number 2. And the two teams will leave the field of play and quickly go for a little bit of a half-time chit-chat, refresh themselves, and we'll be back with you shortly. And for those on Polocam, we'll go for some more messages from our sponsors. So 2 teams back out on the field of play here now. I think we'll be playing 5 chukkers for this final, it looks like possibly. And the ball's going to get bowled in by umpire Silver. Ball gets bowled into play it is. Coming off here is Abdullah bin Ismail. In comes the hook there from Alia, couldn't quite get it. On assist little Meg by the name of Aja. Comes up with it, couldn't quite get it. Good ride off there by Alia. The backhand comes in, picked away there by Tocolino. Tocolino being looked after, trying to come in on Fermoa. Cracking little grey mare, gone from strength to strength, being blocked in the play there, couldn't move out of the way. Now he can yield off out of it, allowing Tocolino to unleash that ball, does so. Down the wing he goes, we got a little bit too much wood on it, and wide it is. So the ball's placed there on the back line once more for Santiago to bring it into play. Tommy Ariati on Little Carucha. Comes forward with the play here now. Tommy sends it up forward. Tommy comes forward. This little mare can fly. We can see when Ezekiel used to play, when Gajengo used to play. Sends a nice driving shot up out a little bit across the field there. Coming back onto it though is going to be Santi. Santi checks up. Tocolino in hot pursuit. He's got to keep that ball away from him. Does. Gets hooked off out of it. Tocolino picks his pocket, steals it and takes it out towards the boards. Clearing the way there for Ghantoot. Deep down into the corner. On the boards. Turns the play. Tocolino. He yields off it. Does. Santi. Lying to make the play, makes the play, sends it up here now. Umpires advise we need to make the play because you can't go tapping that ball too much. It slows the game down too much. First onto it is going to be Iriati. Iriati on the play. Just pops and hops on in there, does Carucha, and it is going to be Costas comes away with the play here now. Costas, up on the play, in comes Iriati to try and hook him out of it. Ball kept away from him this time. Goalward bound. Ghantoot to try and work their way forward to this goal. The backhand comes in there by Iriati. First onto it's going to be Tocolino. Tocolino looking to come on the play. Drives it towards the goal and through the goal it is. Goal number 7 on the board there for Ghantoot. 7 goals it is to Ghantoot. 5.5 it is to AM Polo. A little bit scrappy, a little bit messy, but Tocolino was there, came in, said thank you very much indeed, just move out the way and I'll have a crack at goal. And through the goal it goes. So umpire Silva lines the 2 teams up once more. 7-5.5 in favour of Ghantoot over AM. Sends it in, ball bounced off the pony here now. Ponies have bandages on for that protection on their lower legs for that exact reason. The ball gets brought forward here by Bentley, gets ridden off out of it there by Iriati. Left now for Habtoor. Habtoor comes up on the play, couldn't take it forward, leaves it now for Iriati. Iriati with Sonadas in behind. Santiago Sonadas, and he leaves that one behind, and Bindismal wants a little bit of it too, and they're all wanting a bit of it, but it looks like we get a whistle on the play. Trying to play the advantage the umpires were, but no advantage coming from it. So therefore I think we'll possibly have a penalty in favour of Ghantoot from the spot. Being teed up there by Tocolino. Bindismal comes back to have a little bit of a chat. And it's going to be Tocolino to bring the ball forward. Tocolino just hangs a man, it drops it down, beautifully struck ball, sends that one up the front door. But who's going on to this one here first? It looks like it's going to be Habtoor. A backhand, comes off the pony, unsighted on it, can't see it, but it's going to be Iriati to pick it up here now. Iriati flicks this one away, out in a bit of space, looking for something. The hook comes in, managed to make the play, but we again get a whistle on the play. There's been players crossing, impeding his way. Again, the umpires trying to play a bit of advantage, but nothing coming of it. And on the replay, we can see that Iriati came through as it was. Bindismal just crossed in front of him, had to let him have the next play to let the advantage stand, but unfortunately nothing was coming, and therefore the umpires had to say, come on guys, we're going to have to bring this back, and we'll have a penalty in favour of AM from the halfway line where we were a moment ago, but now going in the opposite direction in favour of AM Habtoor. Being teed up by Santiago Sonadas. Santi circles round here now, up onto the play. Fermoa Taps his ball forward. Goes the driving shot here this time, looking to unleash Iriarty. Iriarty slips past his man on that one there now. But it's going to be Costa, sends the backhand. The backhand comes in. Who's going to be first round onto this one? Looks like it's going to be Iriarty on that near side. Sends it back into the throws once again. Habtoor intercepts it. But it's going to be Costa. It's come away here. Bengalia comes away with the play here rather now. Out towards us on the grandstand side. Checks up on the boards. With him there is Sonaris. Goes with the one shot straight down the field. Looking for that one there. It's going to be Habtoor. Habtoor tries to steal that one away there from Bengalia. Bengalia gets it forward. But it's going to be Iriarty to clean up once more. Iriarty goes with the next shot. First round up onto this one here. Looks like it is going to be Habtoor, but no, it gets stolen out from underneath his nose by Costas. Costas on the way here now, going goalward bound, taps that one away there from Iriarty. Iriarty comes forward on the play it is, and through the goal it goes. Roll number 8 on the board there for Ghantoot. So about halfway through the chukker here, the teams will leave the field to play. To quickly change phones, of course, this is being filmed by Polocam, live streamed through Polocam and also their website. And of course on Dubai TV, on the racing channel. Great support there from Dubai TV. So it's all to play for out here now. 5.5 goals this damn Habtoor. The board is still reading 7. But it looks like that one actually went wide because the ball's been placed on the back line. Couldn't quite finish it off on that occasion. So the score remains the same. 7 goals it is to Ghantoot, 5.5 to AM Habtoor. Halfway through, chukker number 3. So the two teams going back out on the field to get chukker number 3 back underway once more. And we'll be starting off with a hit in from the back line from AM Habtoor by Santiago Sonaris. So just waiting for Abdullah bin Dismal to join his team. And then we'll get this underway. See, Sheikha Alia's on her favourite little pony by the name of Poppy. Players call. Santiago Sonaris starts chukker number 3 again. Santi sees what his options are. Goes with a long driving shot. Looking to set this one up here now for Sheikha Alia. But first back onto this one. Looks like it is going to be Ismail. Sends the backhand straight down the boards. Nice play. Quickly onto it though is going to be Sonaris. Sonaris takes it forward, sends the backhand, ricochets off the pony. First onto it is going to be Iriarty. You see how he puts his man in his pocket, as it were to say, takes control of it, but couldn't quite do it. But Sonaris steals that one away once again. Sonaris comes forward with it, drives this ball up forward. First back onto this one is going to be Bindismal. Comes with the backhand. The backhand comes in, opens it out for Bengalia to pick up the play. Bengalia turns back inside. Goes to meet it. There does Habtoor, does so, comes off his pony, falls for him here now, but Sonaris quickly onto that one there, avoiding the interceptive play by Costas. Goes with the driving shot, sends this one forward up towards the goal. Who's going to be up onto this one first? Near side play by Bindismal. Couldn't quite clean that one up, but it looks like it's going to be Costas to pick it up once again. Comes in up to play. The ball just ricochets off the boards. It didn't quite hop over the boards, keeping it in play. Comes forward. Iriarty just yields off him. Yields himself. Costas leaves it now for Tocolino. Tocolino goes in towards the middle of the field, sees what his options are, comes back towards this way again, keeps it tapping forward. Waiting for him there is Iriarty, looking to see if he can make him force the play. Does so, unleashes it here now for Bengalia. Bengalia there with Habtoor. Habtoor gets a good ride off, a nice ride off by Habtoor, and a cracking backhand as well. And first round onto it though is going to be Tocolino though. Tocolino has to reciprocate, sends the backhand across the field. First onto it is going to be Sonaris. Sonaris checks up, comes inside his play. Sonaris keeps his ball moving forward, comes off the pony. Quickly onto this one though is Habtoor. Habtoor up on the move here now. Just checks up, realises, looks up, see where the goals are. Comes in, plays the ball up in towards Bin Dismal, but it's going to be picked up by Bengalir. Bengalir picks the play, turns it round. Realises he has to make the play on this ball. Being advised to do so, I'd say, by the umpires, and sends it forward. But as he did, he get a whistle on the play. Umpires probably just having a quick discussion what this is going to be. Is this going to be because he just tapped too much, or was he blocked in his play? But it looks like, by the way the umpires are moving forward towards the 40-yard line, we will have a penalty 3 in favour of AM Habtoor. Looking to close that gap once more to half a goal. We have 1:36 on the clock, so there's 1:06 before the first hooter goes. Yep, and it was a question of, he was told to play the ball by the umpires, tapped it once more, just to try and get a clearer shot of it, but unfortunately, in doing so, attracted the whistle of the umpire, and we have a penalty 4. A 40-yard defendable penalty. As you'll see here, they can come out from across their back line when the ball's been struck. Santiago Sonaris. Santi. Shoulder drives this one, sends it up high, but it goes wide. Wide it is. Couldn't quite make it this time. So the ball will be placed down on the back line, the score being the same. 7 goals it is to Ghantoot, 5.5 it is to AM Habtoor, with Tocolino to bring it back in. Waiting for him there is Iriarty. Comes on the neck, sends this one wide, out there for Costas. Costas being pursued here this time by Sonaris. Sonaris cuts him down out of this one here. Plenty of space, plenty of speed. Shuts the pony down, checks it up, brings this ball across out into some open space towards here on the Sheikh Zayed grandstand side. Checks up in front of goal, turns back inside once again, looks to his option. He realises he's got Tommy going out towards the far side. Now he cuts back towards the middle of the field. Lovely long ball up the field here this time. Tocolino going back with him on this one here. Tocolino goes with the backhand. The backhand comes in, out towards the boards. Costas onto this one here first. Costas goes up with the play, sends it forward. Santi comes. These ponies have got some run, these little ponies here of AM Polo. But in fact, they're Kingpin's Polo ponies. They are those of Shaker Moose's. Goes well, goes the backhand, comes in by Bengalir for Bin Dismal. Bin Dismal up on the play here, just looking to finish this one off. And Abdullah Bin Dismal finally puts goal number 8 on the board. 8 goals it is to Ghantoot. 5.5 to AM Habtoor. And that there will end chucker number 3, ladies and gentlemen. And those watching on Poloclam, we will now go to a few short messages from our sponsors. So two teams back out on the field here now to get chukker number 4 underway, and it looks like we are going to be playing the finals over 5 chukkers. By the way, the umpires have lined things up. We played our preliminary games, our qualifying games for over 4 chukkers, 4 periods of play. It looks like we'll be playing 5, and it's going to be JJL Birdie to bowl the ball in with AM going towards Dubai, and it comes off the back of the line out for Sonatas. Sonatas with Tocolino, of course, his new best friend in contention, yields off it, leaves it for Iriarty. Iriarty brings it forward now, deciding which way he's going to go, pushes this ball forward. He's going to have to get on and make a play, does so, drives this one forward, looks to try to unleash. Sonatas up onto this one. Habtoor just gets unsighted slightly. Sonatas couldn't quite pick that one up cleanly, but it's going to be, Manglia sends a backhand out there for Tocolino. Tocolino up on the play here now. Tocolino, Manu Tocolino, being watched there by Iriarty, sends it up forward, up here now. Manglia couldn't quite pick that one up, it's left for Iriarty. Iriarty just settles the play down, takes it forward, looks to see where his teammates are, backs this one back out towards the boards, back, try and pick it up here now, does Sonatas. Sonatas picks that one up beautifully, takes his ball forward, over the halfway line to Sonatas. Pony just hopping and bouncing a little bit unkindly there, and he looks over his shoulder to see where his teammates are, tells them to get up forward if necessary, he does so. Forward they go. Santi goes the driving shot, sends it forward, but it's only going to be as far as Tocolino. Tocolino plays the backhand comes out, but first onto it, it's going to be Sheikha Alia. Alia reciprocates with the backhand, but it falls there for Bindismal. Bindismal picks this one up here now, gets hooked off out of it there by Alia, didn't waste any time to get back to her man. It's pushed away there by Sonatas, feeding it up here now for Habtoor. Habtoor coming up onto the play, he's got the man hunting him down, his ball's just been a bit unkind on him, it just bobbles off out there, but it's going to be Tocolino to clean it up once more for Ghantoot. Ohms changes the direction of play, but didn't quite get the ball up as far as Tocolino, but we have a whistle on the play. Oh, no, we don't. We're still playing. Ball sets up forward by Sonatas. Sonatas sends this one in towards the goal. Costas looks to try and stop this one, but it looks like it's gone out over their own back line off his mallet. So that is going to be a penalty 6, a corner, as in soccer, where a defender puts it out over their own back line, and the ball will be placed down where it went out over the back line on the 60-yard line, 60 yards from the goals for AM Habtoor to look to close this gap once more. 5.5 it is to AM Habtoor. 8 goals it is to Ghantoot as Santiago Sonatas just tees the ball up for this penalty 6. Santi goes the driving shot, it's a nicely hit ball, and it looks like it's clean through the goals. It is, so the score now is 6.5 goals to AM Habtoor, but it's still 8 goals to Ghantoot as the two teams make their way over towards the halfway line on the far side of the field in front of the Sheikhs. For umpire Alberti to ball the ball back into play. Ball into play, clean out the back of the line out it comes, nice clean line out it is for Sonatas to come up onto, checks up, flicks that one away there from Tocolino, ball just been a bit unkind, now he lets his pony run here now, Sonatas going goal bound, goes with the calculated shot, a little bit wide, goes with his next shot, the next shot in towards the goal, but it just puts it wide across the face of goal. Wide it is. Lucky let off for Ghantoot, that would have put them back within half a goal. So the ball's placed there on the back line for Tocolino, as Sonatas quickly changes pony. You see him just hopping from one pony to the other, not touching the ground. And it's going to be Tocolino to bring the ball back into play. Tocolino taps his ball forward. Iriarty looking for him to unleash it. Does. High lofted ball. First onto it. Sonatas reciprocates, sends the backhand back in, sending Tocolino scurrying back to pick this ball up once more. Turns in towards the middle of the field. Looks up, of course, to see his man Iriarty marking him here. Iriarty goes back with Tocolino. Costas picks up the play with Sonatas. With Costas. Costas sends a good driving shot up the front door here. Who's we first on this? Bengali is trying to get onto it, but he gets pushed off out of it there by Habtoor. Habtoor playing a cracker this afternoon, pushes this one wide out towards the boards. The ball comes off the boards for Costas once more. turns back in. Costas. Sonaris being kept off out of it there by Tocolino. Costas goes with the driving shot in towards the goal, and it's off the post and through the goal. It goes off the post and through the goal. He says, thank you very much. I will take that, whichever it is, as long as it goes through. 9 goals it is to Ghantoot. 6.5 to AM Habtoor. Put that one straight over the top of all the players, and through the goal it goes for Ghantoot, number 9. And halfway through the chukker, players quickly going to change ponies to get chukker number 4 back underway shortly. So an opportunity missed at the Abu Dhabi end of the field by AM Habtoor, but then Ghantoot got the break and they managed to score goal number 9. 9 goals it is to Ghantoot, 6.5 it is to AM. So the players coming back out on the field here to get chukker number 4 underway. And of course, we have the privilege of this being live streamed by Dubai TV. Great to have Dubai here down in Abu Dhabi, supporting the polo here at Ghantoot. So the two teams back to the middle of the field, and it'll be bowled in by umpire Alberti. Will line the two teams up to get the second half of this chukker underway. So the ball gets bowled back into play in the line out. Stuck in the middle of the line out, but it looks like Costas comes away with this one here now. Costas leaves it now for Tocolino. Tocolino on the break here now. He's on an absolute little flyer, this little chestnut mare, but it's well read by Sonadas. Sonadas takes this one around the corner, gets hooked off out of it, can't pick it up from Tocolino, but it's left there for Sonadas once more. Sonadas taps it forward, waits to see where his teammates go, sends it out wide here now for Sheikha, and tries to pick the ball up on the near side, but ridden off out of it there by Abdullah bin Ismail. Quickly onto it, it's going to be Tocolino. Tocolino sends the backhand. The tail backhand for Iriarty, though, to pick up for AM Habtoor. Turns back inside. Players just have to yield off. Goes with the shot, sends it up forward up here once again. On the attack are AM. Trying to get up onto this one. Here's Tocolino. Tocolino being hassled and harassed there by Sheikha Alia and Habtoor. He turns away from the play once again. Taps it forward. Goes with the driving shot, sends this one up forward, looking to unleash the boys, but the swarm of black shirts there, blue shirts, are after this first, coming onto it, trying to pick the pocket there, couldn't get hold of that, Sonaris couldn't get hold of it either, but quickly round onto it. It's going to be Bin Dismal looking to cut this one in towards the goal, but unfortunately couldn't quite get the angle he was looking for, and out over the back line it goes. So the score remains the same, 9 goals it is to Ghantoot, 6.5 to AM Habtoor. So Sonaris brings it in once more. Drives this one up here now, looking to get this one up there for Iriarty. Iriarty comes up onto the play, plays a one-time shot, sends this one forward, but it looks like it's just going to hop out over the boards. And as I explained before, we will now have a free hit where the ball went out over the boards to the team that didn't hit it out, and the ball's placed down. Play will be called, and Tocolino will bring this ball back into play for Ghantoot once more. Manu Tocolino taps this ball forward here now. Looks to see where his guys are. He's got the guys running up forward, but it looks like it's just going to be Habtoor back onto this one to shadow it down. Got a lot of length, but unfortunately didn't quite get the distance, didn't quite get the accuracy he was looking for, and out over the back line it goes once more. So the score remains the same. 9 goals it is to Ghantoot, 6.5 it is to AM Habtoor, and it's going to be Sonadas to bring it back in for AM once again. He decides to attack the other way, goes out in a clockwise direction rather than anti-clockwise around the field. brings it forward once again, taps it one way, taps it the other way. Tocolino's going to have to go back with him. It's going to be a bit of a horse race. He decides to unleash it here to Sonadas. Sonadas puts this one up the front draw, trying to get this one up for Habtoor. Habtoor looking to come onto the play, can't do so. He's ridden off out of that one there. And the backhand comes in, right, set up. Iriarte on the play. The backhand was going to be there for Bengalir, but Iriarte got the better of that one there, and he gets sent it up once more, putting it up here for Habtoor. Habtoor gets ridden off out of this one there by Costas, and Costas comes in and steals that one out of it as Habtoor just checked off out of the play. He comes into it, taps his ball around the corner, goes again, goes forward up onto it, just to realise that he has Iriarte there with him. He has the pony, gets up past him, sends a shot at the front door here now for Abdullah bin Ismail. Abdullah bin Ismail coming forward onto it. Alia coming back on an absolute little flyer to try and stop it, but it could be all a little bit too little too late, and it looks like that one has just gone through the goal. Great attempt there by Sheikha Alia as she disappears off behind the banners there in between the irrigation system. Hopefully she's all right. Yes, looks all okay. Great run there by Alia, coming back at great speed, but just couldn't quite get there in the nick of time. Got a bit of a backhand on it, but the momentum of the ball carried it forward through the goals for goal number 10. 10 goals it is to Ghantoot to end chukker number 4. 6.5 to AM Habtoor. And we'll just go through a few short messages from Polo and our sponsors. And thank you very much indeed once again for Dubai TV for your kind support here in Ghantoot. Two teams back out on the field here now to get chukker number 5 underway. The 5th and final chukker it is in the Emirates International Championship. 10 goals it is to Ghantoot. 6.5 to AM Habtoor. And the ball gets bowled into play by JJ Alberti on the far side there. Away with it comes Habtoor. Habtoor makes a driving shot. Looks like he's going to get closed off out of that play though. Backhand comes in there by Costas, sends it up, tries to get this one up to his teammate, but it looks like Iriarte tries to get it, but Costas gets hold of it now, but it's going to be Sonadas. Sonadas comes away. No, Tocolino manages to get away with this one here now. Tocolino on the play. Tocolino takes it forward, sends a backhand out into a little bit of open space because he's got a man that's unmarked there. Picks up the play. Sonadas covers the ground well on this little grey mare. He's been keeping her in the bank all of this tournament. keeps playing her little bits of half chuckers. She's been a great find, this mare has indeed, for this AM team. Goes with the driving shot there, Costa sends this one up forward, up the front door, but it looks like it is going to be Iriarty onto it to clear it away across the face of his own goal here now. Checks up slightly, keeps control, watches his man, looks to come back inside, puts it into possession where he can't get to it, gets pushed off out of it, but it's now cleaned up once again there by Sonatas. Sonatas picks up this play here now, drives it up forward, looking to get that up, Shika Alia, but it looks like it's going to be Bindismar back up onto this one here. Alia comes in on the near side, spoils his play, lovely play there by her, backhand comes by Tocolino to clean it up, but it's going to be Sonatas, ubiquitous all over the field he is, and he picks this one up here once again. It is Sonatas. Sonatas trying to get to him. There is Costas, can't do so. Turns, sees Bengalir in front of him. Does Sonatas. Sonatas goes with the next shot in towards the goal, but it looks like it's going to be Tocolino to come in. Comes on the near side, gets his play spoiled, takes the hook, makes a turning play in front of Iriarty, and he comes away with the play here. Does Tocolino. Tocolino clearing it away for Ghantoot once more. Drives this one up. You see Alia flying down the field here to get to her man. Does so. Picked up now. Hooks out of it. It's going to be Sonatas. Cleans up once more. It's end to end with the big guns, but we get a whistle on the play. So let's see what the umpires sort out of that one there and what the decision is going to be. And by the body language, the movement of the horses and players, it looks like it is going to be a spot penalty here, a penalty 5 in favour of AM Habtoor, taken by Sonatas. Sonatas brings it forward here now. Sonatas takes it up close to Tocolino, then drives it out the front door here this time all the way. He goes with that one there. That's a massive shot there from Santiago. Sonatas. 7.5 goals it is now to AM Polo. 10 goals to Ghantoot. No point trying to run it through because that defence shield of Ghantoot seems to be completely impermeable. So therefore he decides, let's pop it straight over the top and through the goal it goes for goal number 7 on the board there for AM Habtoor. Two teams lining up once more. The ball gets bowled back into play. Coming away with it here though is Tocolino just to meet Santiago. Santiago and Tocolino. Tocolino sends it forward. Iriarty gets back, covers it well. Nice backhand in towards the middle of the field. First round onto this one is going to be Alia. Alia couldn't pick that one up, but we got a whistle on the play. She came in at just a little bit too steep an angle there, possibly in front of Bengalir. Good work by Alia. She's really raised the game here during this tournament and been playing some great polo. You see on the replay there, Costa's on it. You see Bengalir was on the line, as it were, and unfortunately Alia possibly came in a little bit too much of an angle, but she was there. It's a bit like skiing. If you're not falling down and not making fouls, you're not trying hard enough, you're not in the game. So well done to her for giving it a crack, but unfortunately the umpires weren't quite so happy with it. So the ball will be placed down here now, it looks like, for a spot penalty in favour of Ghantoot, heading towards the Abu Dhabi goal, as Sonatas quickly goes to change ponies. So Santiago Tocolino teed the ball up. You see he's probably 70 odd yards directly from the back line, and on the angle probably about 80-90 yards from goal. We call it yards because a polo field is 300 yards long by 165 wide. It's exactly the same size as what was excavated 600 BC in Shiraz or Persia. The goalposts are 8 yards apart. Tocolino comes up onto this one here, cracks it, drives it beautifully, sends it in towards the goal, but unfortunately it just goes wide. So the score remains the same. 10 goals it is to Ghantoot, 7.5 to AM Habtoor. Not wasting any time, doesn't want to, is Santi. Santi comes forward with this one here, drives it up, sends it up now for Habtoor. In close proximity is Alia. Ball just scooches off out to the side, picked up now by Iriarty. Iriarty sends this one up here now for Habtoor, but first back onto it looks like it's going to be Costas. Costas comes in onto it and clears it away for Ghantoot once again. Ghantoot, as I said, that goal mouth seems to be completely impermeable. If you want to try and run it in towards the goals, the ball sitting there on the boards coming up onto it is going to be Habtoor. Gets ridden off out of it. Costas picks up the play. Costas there. Takes it forward, sends the ball up forward, looking to unleash Bindismar, but first back onto this one, it's going to be Iriarty. Another strong backhand by Iriarty out in towards the middle of the field. Sonatas swooping onto this one beautifully. Sonatas takes it out into some open space. He knows he's got Bengalir there with him. checks up on the play, keeps it forward, goes one way, looking to avoid the hooking place here, takes it underneath the pony's neck. Great horsemanship, beautiful hand-eye coordination there by Santiago Sonares. Sets himself up towards the goal here now, goes forward, gets hooked off out of it. The ball just scooches out the side, fortunately for Costas, but again, this time it falls for Iriarte. Iriarte going goalward bound. Iriarte flicks it up there to Sonares. Sonares gets ridden off out of it hard there by Tocolino. Tocolino backhand gets stopped there by Costas. He's across the play there, picks it up there. No, Begalier brings his ball away out the side here now towards the boards, and it is going to be Habtoor. Couldn't quite get the shot off he was looking for. He gets his pocket pick there. Does Costas by Santiago. Never say die. Keeping on moving forward. Sonares coming forward onto the play here. Looks up towards the goal. Goes over the top of that one there. The ball gets scooped away there by Begalier out towards the far side. Clearing it away for Ghantoot once more. Going back with him though, Sonares. He leaves that one behind there for Tocolino. Tocolino picks up the play. Tocolino on the far side. Taps it forward. Keeps this ball moving forward, gaining territory all the time. He's unchallenged, he's unmarked. He can keep doing this all day long, but this time he goes with a big driving shot and sends this one in. Gets half cut out the air there by Santiago. Santi comes forward on it, yields off, leaves it now for Iriarte. Oh no, it's Santi rather on the play. It was Habtoor before, Santi up onto it now. Santi coming forward, leaves that ball behind. Unfortunately, as the ball just hops and bounces and the backhand comes in there. Setting it up here now for Costas. Costas up on the move, couldn't quite get the shot he was looking for on that one there. And it's going to be Bindismal, drives it up forward one more time. Bindismal, yet again, underneath the neck he goes on this one here now, looking for this play, trying to come back onto his own play. Gets hooked off out of it there by Santi. The ball is left for Begalier comes in with this one, sends this one in towards the goal, but it goes wide it is, so the score remains the same. 10 goals it is to Ghantoot, 7.5 to Habtoor with 2 minutes left to play here in this fifth and final chukker. It's actually only 1.5 minutes before the first two to goes. Players will leave the field. They haven't had time to change at half time when they normally do. It's gone all the way to 1.5 minutes to the final bell, and the players leaving here to quickly go and change ponies. So we'll have a slight break here now. It looks like the Ghantoot have got a very commanding lead of this here. 2.5 goals are the difference. It could be done in 1 minute and 30 seconds, but it's all to do here now for AM Habtoor. AM Habtoor will bring the ball in from their own back line. Needing 3 goals to win this match. So Ghantoot, because they're down there in the field, they're already ready, waiting to go. AM Habtoor just quickly changing ponies, and they'll be back on the field in a moment to get the last 1.5 minutes to play here in the Emirates International Championship at Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club 2019. So just a slight delay there from Habtoor whilst they try to sort their horses out. All to play for here in the last 1.5 minutes of this fifth and final chukker. Coming out in the best horse they can. I'm sure that we'll have Tommy Iriarte out on Carucha. Let's see who Santiago Sonares is coming out on. So there's a quick team chat going on there with AM Polo, and they'll get themselves back to the far end of the field, back to the Sheikh Zayed end of the field to our left from the grandstand. For Santiago Sonales to bring it back into play once more. Santiago up on the play here now, dribbles his ball in. Looking to get this thing down the end of the field as quickly as possible. So goes a long driving shot, sends this one up. Iriarty cuts from one way, cuts the other way, comes back onto it here now. Alia picks this ball up, brings it up towards the boards here now. Alia just gets unsighted on that one slightly there. Quickly trying to push onto this one here. Iriarty's pony just sucking off out of it. Those two sitting and waiting the pair, so it allows Sonales to come in. Sonales going goal bound here now. Sonales comes off the cane, can't quite get onto that one clearly. Trying to get onto this one here, does so on the near side, picks it up beautifully on the near side, back onto the stick side, avoids the hooking play there from Mengolier. Looks over his shoulder, see where his opposition is, goes with the driving shot in towards the goal. It ricochets off a pony and wide it comes. And now it's going to be Tocolino to come in and just looks to clear this one away. Leaves it behind, but he's got his teammate in there behind just to help him out there and send this ball up a little bit further out towards the far side of the field. Tocolino sets a light down the field here now. Iriarty going back with him, closes the gap, goes the shorter distance in between, cuts this one in towards the middle of the field, looking for one of his teammates to get onto this play. But it looks like it is going to be Iriarty. Comes, oh no, it looks like it's gone through the goal. Through the goal it is! It managed to get there. Iriarty couldn't quite get back to that one in time. Iriarty comes in here now, try and clears that one away, and as he does, comes off the cane and through his own goal mouth it is. So the score is 11 goals to Ghantoot, 7.5 to AM Habtoor. There's been a whistle on the play. The umpires aren't sure if it went through or didn't go through. Going up to the goal judge just to confirm this fact. Did it go through or did it go wide? So we just have a slight pause in play here, but it looks like we have 17 seconds left on the clock before the hooter goes to end the match. And it looks like it's gone out over his own back line. So as it goes over his own back line, we have a penalty 6 in favour of Tocolino. Tocolino up on the play here now. Goes with the driving shot, sends this one up forward in towards the goal, but it's gone wide out towards the side. It's stopped there, kept in play. Picked up here now by Santi once more. Sends this ball up the field, unleashing Iriarty. Iriarty goes with the driving shot, sends this one up the front door. Has he got enough time? And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the hooter goes, and that there will end the match as we have a half-goal difference and the teams aren't tied. We don't play the sudden death in the last jugger. So running out the winners, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Ghantoot, running out the winners over AM Habtoor for the Emirates International Championship 2019, the Euro Tolerance here in the United Arab Emirates. The two teams you see congratulating each other, saying thank you very much indeed, well done, well played, and they will go back to their respective camps and then they will come forward for our prize presentation. And ladies and gentlemen, do not all run away, we also have our prizes for best dressed, our raffles, so always something to do and always something to win here at Ghantoot for another wonderful day. So bear with us, in the next 20 minutes we will have the prize presentation.